Hi everyone, this is Dennis, and today I'm going to be doing a review of do-it-yourself battery packs, and two in particular that I'm going to be reviewing. One is branded as a Tomo do-it-yourself battery pack, and the other one is branded as a Soonhua. Now the interesting thing about these two packs, one is designed for two 18650 size lithium-ion rechargeable cells. The other one is designed for four of those 18650 cells. The interesting thing about these two, at least immediately, is that even though their branding is different, the actual construction and the patents listed on the back, these are Chinese patent numbers here, they are identical to one another, which leads me to believe that they are of the same type of manufacturer, likely the same manufacturer, but with just simply different branding. Now, I procured both of these on eBay, and as a consequence, I say that on eBay, I did it on Amazon actually, and as a consequence of buying it on Amazon, I had to pay a premium price for it. One was, the 2-cell was $14.99. The 4-cell was $18.99. I say that's a premium price because that really is right at the break point for buying a battery pack that already comes with the batteries in it. But in my case, what I had was I had several 18650 cells that I am repurposing from a laptop battery pack that was no longer delivering the results that I needed. So I replaced that battery pack, and I took the old battery pack and I opened it up and I ran these batteries through my charger analyzer and was able to not only determine their capacities, but also kind of restore some of their capacity, which is one of the nice things about having a charger analyzer. But I thought, heck, what am I going to do with these cells? They still had good power left in them, and I didn't want to get rid of them. So I thought, well, I'll just get one of these do-it-yourself battery packs and see what they'll really do. If I were to buy this from like AliExpress or even perhaps on eBay, the price probably would have been about half of what I paid. The downside is that if you have any experience with buying things that are shipped directly from China, the shipping can be quite lengthy, and 60 days would not be uncommon to have to wait for something. So for my impatience, I was willing to pay double the price just so I could do a review for you. But these are actually pretty cool, and you'll see varying reviews for these online. It's hard for me to tell. My experience off the bat has been pretty good with these. Even though there's a 2-cell version and a 4-cell version, they work identical to one another. Now, in this case, I'm using unprotected cells. And unprotected cells simply means that there's no protection circuit built in here, actually built into the battery, that would prevent it from overcharging or undercharging, but the battery pack itself has circuitry to do that. The battery pack also has a neat feature in that since the cells are not necessarily of the same capacity any longer over their life, or even when they're brand new, it's able to individually charge the cells and adapt to the fact that they have varying capacities in terms of their milliamp hour ratings. And it's a pretty well designed, pretty solid construction. It has, both of them have ports on them for 2 amps and 1 amp, both of them at 5 volts. There's an on-off switch here on the back, and you can see it powers on, and then it goes into a cycle. I don't know if you can see that terribly well, but it goes into where it displays 2 bars with their remaining capacities on there. There's no specific numerical designations on there. After a while of non-use, about 20 seconds of non-use, it just shuts off. You can, in order to save some battery life on there, obviously having that display on consumes battery life, but what you can do is you can click it again, and after it boots up, it will go into a mode where it just shows the display without any backlighting on it, and presumably that uses a whole lot less electricity, but then it powers off after a while. It doesn't receive any interaction, either a charge or a discharge. Each of them do come with a USB cord with a micro USB on one end that goes into it for charging it up. There's really no reason for actually removing the batteries from the pack once you put them in there, because you can charge them inside of the pack. But they really do work well. I've had pretty successful results with them so far. You know, and you can, it's one of the neat things is it's not even necessary to actually put in all of the cells in there. You see, even with just one cell installed, it would still work. And that's one of the things that where, if you know the other cells are discharged and some others still have some capacity to them, they'll continue to charge your device up until the point at which you know, it no longer is able to provide power output to the device. So these are pretty cool. I do recommend them. You'll note the packaging here was a little dinged up. That was not the result of the manufacturer, I'm sure, because the box that was delivered by UPS that came from Amazon was pretty banged up, but fortunately the contents were in good shape. These came from different sources, and so this one here that's branded as a Tomo didn't suffer that that fate of that box, but there was no damage done to the internals. But they do have my recommendation. If you can find these on eBay or AliExpress and you're willing to take the additional time to receive them, you can save a few bucks on that. But they get my endorsement. I think they're pretty good. It's a great way to recycle and reuse these 18650 cells if you're brave enough to try to break them out of a lithium-ion battery pack from a laptop or whatever. And they're pretty good devices. So I'm very pleased and hope this has been informative to you. Thanks.